Good afternoon, classmate and professor. My name is Luis Martinez, and right now I'm going to talk about my research paper. To begin with this presentation, I'm going to present the title of my research, The Environmental and Social Negative Impact of Ecotourism in Jiquilisco Mangroves. This is my title, and the next step is the abstract. The abstract explains why this area is important. The mangroves protect the coast, store carbon, and support local livelihoods. However, ecotourism has created several problems, such as pollution, erosion, and disturbances to wildlife. It has also affected local communities through cultural change and unequal economic opportunity. For this reason, my study analyzed these impacts and proposed sustainable solutions that involve and benefit communities. The next slide is about justification. Here, although ecotourism is considered sustainable in Jiquilisco, it has caused environmental damage and social inequality. The mangroves are essential for biodiversity and coastal protection, but unregulated tourism puts them at risk. Local communities depend on this ecosystem, and poor management creates conflicts because there's little research about these negative impacts in El Salvador. This study is necessary to support more sustainable and fair tourism. In the background of the problem, mangroves are essential because they protect the coast, store carbon, and support biodiversity, as I mentioned before. But in El Salvador, they have been severely reduced for many years. Jiquilisco Bay is one of the most important mangrove areas around our site, but tourism has increased pressure on wildlife and natural resources. When tourism is not well managed, it creates waste, disturbs sensitive species, and causes conflict in community because the benefits are not distributed fairly. Since tourism is growing and there is limited research about this negative impact, it is necessary to analyze what is happening in 2025. The first idea about my research paper is environmental and social negative impacts. Yes, now I will explain my first idea, which focus on the environmental and social negative impact of ecotourism in Jiquilisco. This area contains almost half of the country mangroves, and tourism has grown very fast, putting them pressure on this sensitive ecosystem. Poorly managed activity causes pollution, waste, and damage to the mangrove roads. Both tours, kayaking, and construction of tourist infrastructure disturb wildlife and reduce generation. These environmental impacts affect local community cause fish population decline, tourism benefits decrease, and conflicts for space appear. In general, without good planning and regulation, ecotourism becomes a threat instead of a sustainable activity. Now I will explain you the second idea, which focuses on sustainable management and strategy for Jiquilisco, because ecotourism has caused environmental damage. It is necessary to apply strategies that protect the mangroves while allowing responsible tourism. Ecological zoning helps organize protects and recreational areas. Education programs for tourists and residents reduce harmful behaviors. Community participation ensures that local people benefit and support conservation. And green technologies and stronger regulation also helps reduce pollution and control tourist activity. Finally, continuous scientific monitoring is essential to guide decisions. Remember that all these actions reduce negative impacts and support sustainable development. Finally, the third idea explains how to develop a sustainable ecotourism model for Jiquilisco. After reducing the negative impacts, the next step is to create a long-term system that combines conservation with economic growth. This model is based on three principles: protecting the environment, empowering community, and promoting responsible tourist behavior. It includes strict environmental standards, community training, and the promotion of local business. Partnerships with governments, NGOs, and universities strengthen the model, while technology helps manage visitors and monitor the ecosystem. By diversifying activities like bird watching and cultural tourism, Hikilisco can achieve resilient conservation and sustainable economic development. Sorry. Now, to conclude my participation, ecotourism in Hikilisco can be a powerful tool for conservation and community development if it's managed responsible. And I hope this presentation has shown the importance of protecting our mangroves and promoting sustainable practice. Well, classmate, profession, I think that is the best option to protect our mangroves in El Salvador. And that is summarized about my research paper. Thank you for your attention. Good afternoon.